Hi, my name's Ingemar Hunnings. I'm the lead consultant at Hunnings Consultancy, a management consultancy that helps law firms with working on their business. One of the systems that we support is Leap, and this video is about activity codes within Leap, how you can use them to speed up your billing. Let me now share my screen and take you through that. We're in a training matter in Leap. Okay. Matter type doesn't really matter. But if you go to time and fees, you can put on line recording in here, and you'll see that it puts in the amount is running here, units, etc. And you can write in your bidding description, your narrative, which can go into the report. Now, activity code here is where the cursor is, so you can pick what it is to save you a bit of time. And of course, you can write some more. It can save you a little bit of time for time recording. You really, however, get the benefit to its fullest extent, I believe, if you're going to go to putting on fees. So it is a piece of work which is fixed fee. Then again, you could write in what the amount is and what the billing description is. That will be your narrative in your invoice, which would just be for the fixed fee. I'm not using fixed fee in the old technical term. I just mean a fee which is not related to time. Now, activity code, the cursor was in here because instead of writing out your full billing narrative, you can pick the wording from in here. And indeed, if you know what the code is, then you could just type the code, enter, and you see it can bring in not just your normal billing narrative, but you can also put the amount in. And so that save and close, and then you'd be ready to invoice it just by hitting new invoice, okay? Which would have that billing narrative in there. So it can really speed up that and save you having to type too much. So just going into this then, where do you get these codes from? Well, you can set them up. So let me go to in here, menu, settings, application settings. And so this is in the, what I call the admin area of your Leap. Okay. And under accounting, you have activity codes. There we go. And so time and free activity codes is where you will go to create them. Your activity code. And so you need to be careful to pick whether it's a time or fee. So let's say fee. And let's say it's something, I don't know, I'm just going to make something up here. I'm not an immigration lawyer, so forgive me. But let's put T1 for tier one, if that still exists. And then assisting you with your tier one immigration application. Now then, you want to make sure that you don't charge an hourly rate, but you pick none. And then you put the appropriate VAT status. If you had a set figure in immigration, of course, you would, under the SRA transparency rules, have to do that to display that on there. You might as well put what's on your website into here. Okay, making up a figure. Save and close. Now that's failed to save for some reason I don't understand, unless I've got one called tier one already. So tier one. Well, let's say it's tier two. I don't know if there's a tier two in immigration, but let's try that. We didn't like that either. Okay, so let's try something else in there. Okay, likes that. So maybe we add tier one and tier two in my training data set already. Having created that, which is in here, you can always go in to modify what's in there and then just save and indeed delete things. But let's go back to the matter here. And if I was now to put on a new fee, if we look in there, we should find the T2 again. Yeah? So finally, it was T2 again. And you see how you can bring that in. I mean, obviously the wording's all wrong, but the point is that's how you create them. And so that can save you time in your billing. Of course, you can modify the figures and such like, but that's up to you entirely. So I hope that's of use. We do a lot of work with firms implementing Leap but also doing follow-up training on various other aspects like reporting, working with precedents and things like that. So feel free to give us a shout if you would like to do so. And there's the website, and you can see the other systems that we work with as well. So thank you very much, and look forward to working with you.